mihlambi yezinkomo nabantu umkhonto inyamazane
Hey, angifuni kona ukuphinda into eyodwa. Wona ke umkhezwana lo. Usazoqhubha nje, uqhubha impela. Kuyophela unyaka ibonene impela mntakatata. Yeah. It's just a public announcement. Themba ukuthi abantu bayaphila eSouth Africa. Ngifuna ukukhuluma namadoda namhlanje ukuthi sinsizwa kunzima la kini especially sibuka indlela eseniyiphatha ngayo uthi hayi kona kuthanda ubalikhuni ngithe ngihleli kahle ngirelaxile lapha endabeni zokhahlamba ngicabanga ukuthi yazi hey empeleni kuyadinga ukuthi amadoda ake acabangisise kahle abuyekeze indlela zangawo izinto and then ngiyabuya namhlanje ngiyabuka ama headlines how khona nevideo ade circulate lapha naye amadoda abuse ashaya abafazi abulala abafazi it's yonke into leyo ngicabanga these crimes of passion. It made me realize something very, very critical. Ngizoyi summarize. Angifuni ngilande into ende because you're going to end up losing what I'm trying to tell you. Kuma namadoda njalo mama bahamba bayolala. Ma uyindoda ngokubuka kwami ngeso lami isikhathi esiningi ke nike nibone ukuthi iso lami lithi libukile kuvele kube kanjalo ngokubuka kwami ngingathi uma umuntu wesilisa uyindoda umsebenzi wakhe emhlabeni akusiwona ukuthanda umfazi ngiye ngenza abafazi bekhuluma kakhulu bethi indoda iyona efanele ithande umfazi ayihlonipha that is upside down thinking and khomba kona ukuthi vele emakhaya njengoba sikhuliswa uma we are definitely going to have an upside down view of what the world is supposed to be. Iyasidlula impela ukuyibamba le yasecage umhlaba sobuka ngehle libheke phansi bese siyaxakeka base izinto zenzeka cha madoda abafazi abathanda don't love women wherever you find yourself loving a woman you must be very consistent at doing the following. Ima don't love them. They are not to be loved. Children are to be loved. I am bandusfasana. I am mama. Don't love women. It's very unorthodox, but it actually is a fact. Your duty as a man is not to a woman. It's to your children. It's not to your mother either. It's to your children. Iduty yethu lapho This is why it's fulfilling umuntu esilisa ukuthi abone abantwana bakhe bephumelela bashawacima ngeThukthuk zakhe. You know, we all must aspire towards that. This is amen madoda. Because abantu abafanele ukuthanda abantwana. Children. Only children are deserving of love. That's just how it is. And it's unfortunate ngoba umuntu wesilisa has been given this ability to not have ama-conditions attached. Ingakho-ke labo mama, they will exploit that thing. Ugcine usubaba womuntu onamazinyo 42, 32, I don't know, whatever amazinyo. Uphenduka ubaba wakhe. La senithola khona ke senondla khona abafazi ke nondla intombi kwashwacini. Whereas you can have children ubondle just the same. Why don't you do that instead? You know. And they've made it such a way that it is expected of you ukuthi unakekele umfazi umondle. And then bese nixakeka manje when now you are forced to reason this thing out. Okay, but abafazi nibondlelani, what do they bring le kufanele ukuthi bondliwe? And then you realize, no, actually your efforts are misplaced. Indoda msebenzi wakhe ukuthanda umfazi, thanda ingane zakho, ondle ingane zakho, khulisa ingane zakho. Umama uyabambisana naye. It's a cooperation. Mesingena kule nto le yelo ye-partnership kulama relationships and cooperation. Niyabambisana ukuthi nakhe umuzi, nakhele lezi ingane. Where uthando lenu should be focused kubantwana. Where it actually is required and needed and can be used properly. Manje ke inkinga yaphela sifundisa oma wena basikhulisile, so we don't have a perspective samadoda ukuthi kahle kahle what does it mean ukuthanda for umuntu wesilisa, and where does that energy go really, ifunakalaphi leyo energy mawuyindoda yabo. Now I'm taking a long way around this one, but the reason why I'm saying to you ukuhlukanani nokuthanda abafazi is because once uthanda umuntu wesifazane, you become a murderer. You become a murderer, you become an abuser, you become all kinds of izinto that would equate to a very antisocial behavior. Wonke la madoda lawa athanda kakhulu abafazi agcina eseyababulali, either of themselves, because niggas will hang themselves also, or of other people. Qala lapha inkathazo. Qala ushaya abantu manje because wena usemathandweni. Ubaby, defend ubaby. Hey, shaya abantu. Hey, wenzani intombi yami shaye. Oh, usiyangenzela ukuthi yangiphingela, udubule wenza yonke into. So it's very toxic for men. Would bathanda abantu besifazane. Stop doing that. You need to understand that as a man, that's not where you're supposed to be. Umuntu wesilisa maye ezothanda kumele athole an innocent soul. Engakhohlakele, engegcwele, an independent kind of thing. That's where your children come in. If you want to be loving someone, you must love your children. Banakekela abantwana bakho, take care of them, do everything for them. That's where your passion is supposed to go. Your focus, your energy, your efforts, your kids. And ikhohlakala zangempela ke ziya understand lo dynamic ukuthi you love your children, bakunikeza ingane ngasezona zakhe, and you never pick it up because it's very easy for men to love kids. It's not a problem. But laba abathanda kakhulu abafazi yibo abayinkinga. Ababulali. Stop that. We can't be here talking about you guys abusing. It's unfortunate. Can't be here talking about you doing all these kinds of antisocial things. Ngoba nihlula manage uthando. Yes, kufanele. You're not going to be able to manage it because you're investing it in the wrong things. Giving it to the wrong people. Musani uthanda abafazi. Bayekeni. Cooperate with them. Hlanganise wakho umuzi 100%. Hlanganise wakho umuzi. Just check ingane zala ekhaya. Okay, ingane zala ekhaya. Okay, fine, sure. Saqhubha. Ukuthi wenzani nini ngasikhatsini ungalinge nje uzoyifaka enkingeni because you're going to end up killing people. Sakhe means that's what I'm promoting here. I'm promoting what is sakhe means when we can. But usingayakheli phezu kwesisekelo esi wrong. Don't use the incorrect basis for it. This love thing is not the basis. You must have an idea and a project that you want to work on with someone. Okay, I want to build a home that is going to be like this, like this, like this. What do you think? Can you participate? Can you partake? And then okay, does she really have the tools to contribute in this project? Because lento yenomathanda le iyekeleni Hollywood. Hollywood knows how to deal with that thing. Leave it there. They must do it. Yabahlula nabo. But nifuna ukuzoyithatha niyifake la emakhaya. And in your relationships. It's very simple. Just women are not for loving. My daughter, stop loving women. Yekani. Angazi ngizoyisho kanjani. Samthanda amantombazana nje. Niphenduka imdlwembe because of that. You know. You can't continue this way. And it's impossible for you to control your emotions because you are invested in the wrong thing. And it's very interesting that people will tell us, women represent chaos. If women are representing chaos, then that's fine. Then why take your emotions and throw them in chaos? Uzosha. And uzohamba ikhanda la ususangana la wenza into strange because wena usemathandweni. Don't love women. Just devote yourself to your children and that project that you are having. Umendo, umshado wakho, ikhaya lakho. Whatever you're trying to build with her. Dedicate yourself to that project. Ukhohle uye. Your intliziyos, don't give them to women. They don't deserve them. And that's just a recipe for disaster. Don't give them. It's very unfortunate. Because unlike them, angikwazi ukufela ngaphakathi. Men don't do that. Men will snap and do something actively. Take over that natural basic instinct. Whatever you call it. Violence happens because you are loving women. And you should not. Stop loving women. It doesn't benefit you to do that as a man. Maybe let's look at it in that way as well. What benefit do you get? Nothing. And then this is something that you guys simply seem to never understand. You see, there's something called libido. Ngokwesingisi. Khona lento ekuthiwa libido. Ukushiselwa igazi. As men, they think it plateaus in the 25-year-old age there. Plateaus and then it starts climbing down. So men start losing their sexual vigor. And this is why we tend to recognize ukuthi men who are izimpunga and old tend to be very wise, because biology yamadoda changes from that activity of hypersexualization, and testosterone now goes towards building a brain capacity, where now you are supposed to prepare the next generations. This is why it happens. They will call it evolution, lava or Satan, but it's a natural order of things that indoda, when he becomes older, he's supposed to be sharing and preparing the next generation for survival. So it makes sense then that his testosterone levels will spend more time in the brain, in the gray matter than anywhere else. You're not building muscle, you're not building virility, you're not making a lot of sperm anymore, because your brain needs to be more tuned and fine-tuned. Your responses need to be more slowed and more relaxed. This is why we look at those old people and look at them, oh, amakehla, yeah, silimpunga, then we'll get wisdom. This is just how it works. So as you grow older as a man, you will become less and less virile, and of course khona labo those old boys who want to insist, and of course because the body doesn't agree, they will use certain things to boost themselves. Bazophuza amakhofi ke, baphuza izinto ukuboost. That's what they're gonna do, because the body doesn't agree anymore. But that's just how the situation goes. And then when it comes to women, the opposite is true. Women, when they're approaching their 40s, then they start becoming much more sexually active. And when myself putting menopause, I we say color, because the body goes into that thing of, okay, you're running out of time to give birth to children. So the body is trying to do a last-ditch effort to make as many babies as possible before there's a cut-off. There's an impending end. You see. So we don't suffer from that kind of situation like them. So they become much more sexually charged when they're approaching their 40s. So it should be no shock to any man that umgake will become very promiscuous late in their marriage. This is just how it is. This is why ngithi if uyindoda uhlakaniphile, funda ukuthi umfazi akathandwa. Uthando lakho alingayi kumfazi. Uma ufuna ukuthanda, thola abantwana uzobathanda. Ngoba manje nina ninenkinga ukuthi you are unconditional lovers. So because you are unconditional lovers, nithatha lento nifake nifake enhliziyweni, and then you end up doing a lot of harm. Sesimanje sibukane nake la manje ke bulala ingane zabantu. Kinga madoda. Like I don't know ukuthi ngizomsiza ngani la. Mhlambe bandlisile, but I'll nawo muthi okhipha idliso. Musana uthanda abafazi, umfazi akathandwa. Just appreciate her for her efforts or whatever she's doing in that project eniyenzayo kwakhumuzi. Appreciate her for bringing you children. Show appreciation to her. Ube fair. But your kids, you can love your kids. That's why uthando lakho must go. Otherwise, uzophenduka umbulale, uphenduke isilwane ongasazi, uzibulale kwawena. This is a pattern. It's nothing new. It's been going on for thousands and thousands of years. It's nothing new. Kwazi ngabhala incwadi enkulu lapha nakhoya ngoSamson. ukuthanda abafazi. Solomon, same thing. Bani, who's that one there? David. David wahamba bulale indoda laphana ngoba lakhe ethanda umfazi. You see. He became a murderer, David. Because ethanda umfazi. Just picking out some stories. There's a lot of other tales that we can talk about relating to this thing. But many people know, very wise men will tell you, ukuthi imbuso eminingi, many nations have fallen because of women. But it's not because of women, it's because of men who are in love with women. It's not the women who do these things. La madoda akhetha ukuthi athanda abafazi, iwona adlisa ithini. So I would say to you again, sana ukuthanda abafazi. Musana ukuthanda abafazi. Don't do it. Don't do it. That moment uzizwa ukuthi kusuyamthanda lo mfazi lona, hey washa wacima. That moment nje makufika nje kuwe ekhanda. Just do this. Just do this. Uzoba right. And I would suggest ukuthi mawuzothatha umfazi, ungathatha umfazi umthandayo. Thatha umfazi uzokusiza, uzokulekelela, who will contribute. Not the one that you feel ukuthi uyamthanda. Uzokubulalisa lo muntu. Uzophenduka umbulala, uzoboshwa futhi nje. Niphatheka niyashesha futhi nokuthunukala base benigilile. But it's only natural that's going to happen. So that's just how I'm going to close that one. Umjolo the dating. Just want to give men some tips. Ukuthi yazini, guys, you're probably doing this all wrong. Yekani ukuthanda abafazi. Indaba yokuthanda nabafazi, don't mix it. Angahlangani lokhuzini. Just appreciate them. Don't love them. Bakhona abantwana, sikhona ingane zidinga uthando. Ingane zenze angry njengamanje because nobody loves them. They're angry here. They were looking for their fathers. Just love those kids. Uyazama wherever you are hustling, but send them a text now and then. Hey, my darling, mntanami ngiyakuthanda. You see, some of the children want to hear that, especially masibama teenagers. Khohlwe laba abanamazinyawo 32 ngoba nizoshona, nizobulala niboshwe. Angilwe, but if you are thinking ukuthi in your head ukuthi uzothanda umfazi, then just know ukuthi ke into yakho ikubisele ejele. Very soon uzoboshwa wena.